What is up, people on YouTube? This is Bradley here, coming from the GamingPixelShow.com, and I am rocking the white shirt like I usually do. And today I'm giving you guys a review for Mighty Switch Force, which is out on the Nintendo 3DS's eShop, and it is running for $5.99 for $5.99. It is a single-player game. It is made by WayForward. It has 16 levels, and it is a action, puzzle, platformer type of game. So how about we get ready and get into the review, so let's go. So the story of this game is pretty straightforward. There is not much of a story. There's like no cliffhangers and all that goodness. But the story is like you are a cop who's out to catch these criminal women who like have escaped, and these criminal women like break this like green sludge, and it creates like these monsters which are the enemies you must defeat while you are collecting all the women in the levels. So let's first start off with the gameplay of the game. And to start off this part, the game is short. The game will only take you about like 1 to 2 hours to beat the whole game, but this is not like including beating it 100%, because you can go back to the levels and try to beat the time that it gives you, and try to beat that score, that time score, and then when you beat it, you will get like a star on the level. When you are looking at the level selection, there will be like a star next to the level telling you that you beat the time score. So it will be longer than 1 to 2 hours if you try to beat it 100%. So the controls for this game are pretty straightforward, pretty simple. There's left, you can move right, and also you can jump and then shoot your pellet gun, and also you have the ability to switch platforms, because in this game, that's the main feature of this game, is to be able to switch platforms, because your character has this helmet that allows you to switch platforms that you can jump on while other ones disappear, which makes it kind of a platforming puzzle type of game. So yeah, the main feature of this game is switching platforms, and when you switch platforms, certain blocks will come into the foreground while other ones will fade into the background, and you have to continually switch these blocks to be able to progress through the level and collect all the criminal women that you have to pick up in each level. There's like 6 women you have to pick up in each level. Also, the levels are not all repetitive, all doing like all the same gameplay elements in them, because like in different levels you'll be getting different gameplay elements. For example, there will be like an enemy that you can't destroy with your pellet gun, so you have to figure out a way to defeat it and to get through a certain wall, so you have to smash it with one of the blocks by putting it in front of the blocks and then switching the block to make it pop out, and that smashes the enemy into the screen, which takes advantage of the 3D effect. Another example of a gameplay element is these green walls where you're able to shoot through the walls, but you can't walk through the walls. And another example is these certain blocks where if you're standing on it and you use your switch helmet, it doesn't push these blocks into the background while it switches other ones into the foreground. It's kind of confusing to explain, but if you see it in this video right here, what I'm talking about. So after you beat all 16 levels, you will unlock a certain thing, but I am not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to play this game to figure out what it is, but let's just say it will help you to beat the time scores for each level. And also, there is a boss at the end of the last level in the game. And the difficulty of this game, the beginning was fairly easy, but once you start progressing, it gets harder, and I would find myself smashing myself into the screen because I would stand in front of certain blocks and then switch with my helmet, and it would smash me into the screen, and then I would lose one of my heart pieces. And you have 3 heart pieces in the game, and then when you destroy enemies, you'll find like heart pieces that you can collect to boost your health. And also, back onto the difficulty, and also I'd find myself like on the blocks and then switching, and then I'd just fall through because I was still standing on the blocks, and the blocks would push into the background and I'd fall down. So yeah, it can get a little difficult. You have to think of where you are in the surroundings, because you just might be in front of a block and you might just smash yourself into the screen. And also, I don't know if there's anything after you beat all the levels in the game, or beat it like 100% complete where you get all stars on all the levels if you beat all the time scores. I don't know if you get like something special for that, because I haven't done that yet. But you can try it out. Maybe you will get something. I don't know. Or you can just check on the internet. Now I will be moving on to the sound of the game. And let's just say I think there's quite a bit of different soundtracks in this game. Like for each level, I don't know if for each level, but there's different soundtracks for like each level. I don't know if for all of them, but it's not that bad of music. There's even like some dubstep kind of music in there. You can hear that bassy kind of stuff. But I didn't find myself like paying attention to the sound a whole lot. I was too much focused on the game itself instead of listening to the music. So enough of the sounds, let's move on to the graphics of the game. And the graphics are fairly nice. I mean, there's color, there's some bright colors in it, and it's kind of like a old platformer type of graphics, I guess. And the animations are nice. The character like running has a nice fluid animation to it. And this is the part where I talk about the 3D graphics of the game, because this is a 3D eShop game. And in this game, it takes advantage of the depth and also like the pop-out feature of the game, because like the pop-out feature, you can see it when you smash yourself into the screen and it like cracks the screen, makes it look like you cracked the screen, and also when you smash enemies into the screen, and also when you like blow up rocks, the pieces fly out towards the screen. So also this game takes advantage of the depth of the 3D effect, and you can see this in the landscape. There's like the foreground, and there's the middle, then there's the background, and there's even like a far background. So there's like 4 layers in each level for the 3D graphics. But I mean, it helps a little bit by seeing where the platforms are, which ones are out in the foreground or which ones are in the background. The 3D effect kind of helps. But I mean, it's alright. The 3D graphics are alright. It helps a little bit. And now I'll be moving on to the replay value of the game. And even though I said that the game is short, it does have replay value because, as I said earlier, there is the choice to be able to beat those times that the levels give you to beat, which gives you a replay value to replay the levels. And also, the times, you have to kind of like memorize the levels a little bit so you can go through them fast to beat the times, because it is somewhat difficult to beat that time that it gives you so you can get that star on the level selection. So overall, in conclusion, this game was an alright game. There's some things that got me frustrated, like these certain blocks that shoot you around, and also the ones that don't switch when you're standing on them. I got a little frustrated with those things. I just like the plain old brownish beige blocks that you just jump on that don't do anything besides just move in and out of the foreground. But overall, this game was a pretty good game. And overall, I would give it like maybe like an 8 out of 10 for this game. It isn't no Super Mario 3D Land, but it's an alright game. So yeah, that is my review for Mighty Switch Force, and you can come back to this channel or my blog at thegamingpixelshow.com for more news and reviews in the future. So if you like this video, you can click the like button if you want, and you can subscribe if you want to my channel. And you can also subscribe on my blog. You can subscribe to the blog itself to get updates on it. So yeah, I am done talking for now, and I guess I will talk to you all guys later.